Look, if you want to start creating shapes, animated lines, or even advanced motion design inside CapCut, that's exactly what I'm going to show you in this video. So without wasting any more time, let's get straight into CapCut. Okay, before we even jump into creating our lines, shapes, and everything, what I'm about to show you guys, we gotta have to start create our background. And as you know already, we're gonna have to use text layer for our background. So simply just go to text and add a default text and stretch it up a little bit, something like this. And I'll just remove the text. And make sure you enter space on your keyboard multiple times. That way you can increase this font size and you can see this wide stroke rectangle. You can max it up like this, and just now go to background and select your first color. I'm going to use this darkish blue. Okay, once you're happy with your first color, just create a compound clip and now duplicate this layer, double click it and scroll down again and just select your second color. In my case, I'm going to be using something darker blue. Now how we can put these two colors together to create a nice gradient, just go to video mask, and I like to use a circle, but right now we gotta reverse this. So just go here and click on the reverse and stretch it up like this, and now just play with the feather. I'm gonna play with it like this, and I'm also gonna darken this bottom layer a little bit more. So just double click this layer, select this text layer, scroll down and bring it up to something darker. This is again up to everybody because we are gonna need a different backgrounds in the future, and this looks good already. So now let's start adding a little bit of more motion to our background, and I'm going to use this particle, and let's start playing with the blend mode. So I like to use a lot this hard light, and I just decrease the opacity to something around 30, and this looks better already. So we can duplicate this clip again, make a cut here and just select all these layers. Hold on, let's spice this up a little bit more. So because I'm going to be showing you shapes, lines, animating and everything in this video, let's create like animated lines all over, so we have like a premium background. So CapCut just added a new feature. It's here in the stickers. I honestly never used this before, but once they updated these stickers and they added shapes, I like to use this a lot. So you got all kind of stickers here, like shapes. I'm going to show you later in this video, but right now let's keep working on the background. And what I'm going to use is this circle shape. Right now we gotta turn off this fill color and we're going to turn on the stroke color, and we can play with the style. You can choose solid, dashed, dotted, it's up to you. I'm going to use the dashed. We're going to play with the size, everything. I'm going to bring this down to 2, and I'm going to set some bluish color, maybe something like this. Okay, so once you're happy with your circle, just go to stroke and copy this color code, and right now we can start adding more shapes into this and start working more on our background. So just now add another rectangle, make it the same size, and now change the color to whatever our stroke is, and now just rotate it like this. Maybe you want to go here to rotation and type -45, so it's easier for you to make it. And right now just make this a little bit smaller. We can adjust this, don't mind about the shape, we can adjust this later. So just position it somewhere here. The idea would be create 1 2 3 4 rectangles all around this circle and then add it to each corner on our background. So how to make this the same size? Just simply go here and on your W type 50 and on your height type 50 as well, and that way you have this type of a shape, and just now position it so it's matching with the circle, something like this. And we're gonna do this 3 more times. So just duplicate this layer, bring it up like this. I like to use this center line like you see right now, and this helps me to keep everything nice and centered. And I'm gonna do this on upper as well, and let's do this 1 more time. So I just duplicate it 1 more time and I bring it down here. Yeah, so once you're happy with your circle, just select all these 5 layers and create a compound clip, and now just position it somewhere down here. And now let's start adding keyframes. So just go at the beginning of your clip and add a keyframe at the transform, and just go couple frames forward. We can always adjust this later. Add another keyframe and set rotation to 700, and boom, we have another background asset. And just so we can add this to this top right corner, just duplicate this layer. We're gonna have to reset the keyframes and we're gonna position it somewhere like here. And just so we are placing it at the same position as this bottom one, just go to your first keyframe and you can see here on the axis it's minus 1860, and on the Y it's minus 981. So let's do the same thing with this one, but right now we're not going to be using minus because it's on the upper corner. We just type positive number instead of negative 1860. We just type 1860, and that way it's on the same position. And now when you play it, it's not moving because we got to make another keyframe at the end and set the rotation on 700. That rotation is really up to everybody. The higher number you put on rotation, then faster it's going to be spinning. I'm already happy with this result. So right now, how we can spice this up even a little bit more. So I like to use a glow effect on my assets a lot. So just go to your effects and apply glow effect on these two circles. And I'm going to do this on the bottom one as well. And that way we have this type of a premium background that looks exactly like from After Effects. So this was building our background, and once you're happy with the background, you can just select all these layers, create a compound clip and put it on the main layer. And this is the background. And right now let's get into our shapes. So CapCut just added a cool feature which I never used honestly before, and these are the stickers, right? When you look at these stickers, you probably thought like you would never have a chance to even use this, but what really matters is here down here in the shapes, and they just added all kind of a shape. So I know you guys seen probably some of my other videos where I'm showing you how to build shapes out of text layers and the mask, but right now because they added this shape function, you can start building shapes, animating lines, and all these kind of cool features straight inside CapCut without doing any text layer. There are also pros and cons. I'm gonna explain both options because each of these options, either using stickers or text layers, are giving you a little bit more options. So let's start with this rectangle and just simply click on this plus, add it on your timeline, and just so I can introduce a little bit more this shapes stickers. So you can start making any shape you guys want. You can round the corners. You can do pretty much whatever you want. So you can keep adding stroke. You can add all kind of strokes. You can change the color, but what really matters now is they added also a gradient. This is also really cool. Like you can choose your first color, then your second color, and then even your third color. And you can start building gradients like these, which is already pretty awesome. But I'm also going to show you the second option, which I still like to use more because it gives me more option, more control and stuff like this. So this was just a shape. Let's say I don't want to use this new CapCut feature. Okay, so in order to create a shape and take a full control of our shapes, all we got to do is to go to text and add a default text. Now just make it the same size as your background and remove the default text, and make sure you enter space. And you can check this by looking at this rectangle and make sure how it's getting bigger every time you hit the space on your keyboard. And that way you can just take this font size and max it up like this, so it covers entire screen. Now just go to background and select your first color. I'm going to be using lighter blue, and I create a compound clip. And now I just have to decide whichever shape I'm going to be using. I'm going to go to video, mask, and I just select rectangle. And I just start playing with the shapes. It's the same process as we did earlier in the stickers. Okay, so let's say I want to create some rectangle. Let's set up the size on 500 and on this one 500 as well. That way everything is nice and even. And I'm going to rotate it like this. And I'm going to rotate it to minus 45 degrees. Right now we have our base ready. So the way how we can start adding gradients is we have to duplicate this layer and just double click this compound clip again and just select your second color. So I'm going to be using maybe something more darker blue. Awesome. And because we already applied one mask, we're going to have to create one more time compound clip, and just simply Option G. And right now, because we created the compound clip, we can start adding another mask. So I'm just going to select a circle mask, and I'm going to bring this in the bottom corner, and I'm going to stretch the feather into something like this. And that way I can start creating like a 4-corner gradient like you guys have in After Effects. And I'm just going to be positioning it the way I want. And I'm going to maybe double click this layer again, and I'm going to change the color to maybe something more bluish, something maybe like this. And I go back to my main layer, and boom, you already start seeing the crazy visual. And you can just keep playing with this. I'm not going to be showing you like entire step by step because that's not the point of my channel. I just want to show you the way how to actually get there. So let's say this is your final result, and this is the way you guys want to go. And right now we can maybe start adding a stroke around this layer. So these are the gradients and this is the main part. So we just have to duplicate this and create another compound clip, and we got to go here to setting and make it a little bit bigger. But we also got to make sure you put it on layer number 2. But you don't see really anything right now unless you make this bigger. So I'm going to type 510, 510. And you can see I already created this stroke all around. I mean, the color is fine, but let's make the size a little bit bigger. So I'm going to do 520 and 520 here as well. So let's do 515. That's going to look better for sure. Awesome. And right now I want to start adding a little bit of movement. So this all rotates all around. Okay, once you're happy with the stroke, we can start adding a motion. So we have to do this through the mask, but because we applied one mask already, I'm just going to create another compound clip, and it automatically applies to layer number 5, but just bring it back to layer number 2. And now we can start adding another mask. So I'm going to add this split mask, and I go at the beginning of this clip and I add a keyframe, and I go a couple frames forward and I add a split mask, and I just activate first keyframe and I set feather to 50, and I bring this keyframe at the beginning of my clip, and I'll just add another keyframe and bring it at the end. But before you bring it at the end, just set the rotation on 1000 and let's see how that moves. Yeah, it could be going a little bit faster, honestly. So because this is 20 seconds length, maybe if you're gonna have a shorter clip, it's gonna rotate way faster, but because I have a long clip, it's gonna need like 2000 probably. Yeah, and this moves way faster. So how you can spice this up even a little bit more, like I said earlier, I like to use glow effect a lot. So just take a glow effect from your effect and apply it to this layer, and boom, this already started looking like an absolute banger. So how you can spice it up even more is to apply blur effect, and it's gonna make this kind of a blur. This is up to you. Even if you don't like it, just remove the blur and maybe just keep that glow. This is probably something what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna play with the setting a little bit here, and I'm gonna decrease the size a little bit to something like this and make the glow on something around 40. Yeah, this looks better already. And just now we can start adding numbers. So I'm going to be doing 1 2 3 shapes, but I'm going to show you how you can duplicate this shape easily, so you don't have to create these shapes over and over, and just select any font you guys like. I'm going to use this pop in, and I just make this a little bit bigger. Okay, this looks great already, but let's start making our gradient. You can keep the color as it is, but I want to make a premium content, so I'm gonna go to color and I'm gonna make this a little bit darker, and I just duplicate this layer and I just send this to lighter blue, and I create a compound clip on each this layer. And right now I just go to video, and you guessed it right, I'm gonna use a split mask, rotate it like this, and I'm gonna play with the gradient. Boom. Okay, once you're happy, you can select both of these layers with text layer 1 and just create a compound clip, and again you can apply glow effect on your number. Boom, and it adds this little bit bluish color into it. And once you're happy with the result, you can select all these layers except the bottom one, because that's your background, and just create a compound clip, and you can start bringing this wherever you want. So let's say I would have number here, then I'm gonna add another one here, and just how you can change this number is just duplicate this layer, double click this one, and you're gonna have to change the number to 2 and do the same thing with this layer as well. Yeah, so what I just basically did is I opened this layer with the text and I changed the number to whatever you guys want, and just position it in whatever position you like. And let's do this one more time, and maybe I'm going to position it here. Boom, something like this. And again, we got to change the number, so I'm going to show you one more time. Just double click this layer again, and you don't have to double click it again because you can just change it here, and do the same thing with your gradient. Boom. Awesome. So this is it, and now let's start adding our animation. So I'm just going to go to animations, and I like to use flip animation. Man, I really hate CapCut because if they would just add that function that you can add any of these animation into favorites, that would be way easier, but it is what it is. Just gotta go through all these and find a flip. It's not even here, like, okay, so I wasn't able to find a flip. I don't know if they remove it, but like it's happening. Once I use it and the next time I want to use it, it's not even here. Okay, so I wasn't able to find a flip animation, but I'm gonna use this shake, and I just set the duration on 0.8 seconds, and I'm just gonna do this with this one as well. Awesome. Right now, let's just connect all these together. I'm gonna be creating a line, and then I'm gonna just animate it like I showed you earlier. There are like a stickers. You can use this custom sticker, just drop it on your timeline, boom, make it the same size, and you can start creating a line with your pen tool. So I'm gonna make a first click here, and I'm gonna be simply creating lines like this, and just keep drawing lines in whichever direction you guys want, and just make it a line like this, boom. And now we connected all these together, and right now you can change the stroke style. So I'm going to use this dashed, and I'm going to bring this to weight number 2, and if you look at that, we already have a line like this. Yeah, be creative. This is up to you guys, whatever you want to do with it. You can change the color to blue. Well, I mean, I kind of like this blue. Okay, and now how you can animate this and put it behind this, just click this layer, create a compound clip, and go to layer, and put it on layer number 1. Okay, and now we gotta have to add a mask, and we're gonna make an animation with this split mask. So just make sure you cover everything with your mask, and go at the beginning and apply keyframe, and just go a couple frames forward and keep dragging this mask like this, and that way when you play it, it's gonna be making this type of an animation. And just so everything is showing at the same time, always go at the beginning of this clip and then drag it up like this. That way when you play it, it's gonna make this cool. Yeah, it's gonna start lagging, like you're gonna have to render the clip, so I'm just gonna show you how to render. But right now let's finish the animation, and now drag it all the way up like this. So right now, just so you can play this a little bit more smoother, is just right click anywhere and click on render. It's gonna take a few seconds. You can see it up here that it's loading. So once it's done, you will see the animation in the full resolution without any lagging. So the render is done, and now you can play it, and this is your result. You can always play with the keyframes here as well and make it look even better. So I always use this auto curve and just apply this on each of these keyframes in order to make this way smoother. I mean, look at this. I mean, yeah, it's lagging, but once you get this animation rendered, it's gonna go way smoother. Okay, and one important final step. If you want your videos to actually look like After Effects, but still edit everything inside CapCut, then this next video will show you exactly how to do that. I will see you there.